I'm Yeah, this is Sugandhi. I'm the host for this event. We would like to start. I think couple of other participants are yet to join. So meanwhile, myself Sugandhi, I am the strategic account manager. I'm working with Pioneer Business Solutions, and I would like to welcome you all behalf of Pioneer Business Solution. And before diving into the webinar, I would like to take a few minutes of your time just to understand what we are and what we do. So I hope my screen is visible. Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah. Thank you. Thanks for confirmation. Yeah. And it's a warm welcome to you all for attending this workshop webinar. It's cracking the code, and I'll give you a brief like one agenda what we are going to do. And as I said before that, I would like to give one small introduction about us. Pioneer Business Solutions is a trusted leading in delivering end-to-end learning solutions, and we also in the solutioning of across the globe. We are also physically and virtually present. And we also legacy of transforming 1500 professional through all the cutting edge technologies. And we ourselves are known as in the for all the niche technology, and we're working with many of our clients for all the kind of requirements which we are supporting. And this is our unique strength of PBS. So we called as PBS, Pioneer Business Solution as a short form. And we also have extensive trainer pool of 1500 trainers, and they are in with us for from last 10 years. So we are in the industry from last 1 decade, and we also have a contracted freelancer trainer a consultant with us more than 300 plus. And we have a separate team for each technologies and each verticals. We have a separate team, dedicated team who will be handling it. So we'll ensure that we will our rapid transformation of the tab we will be achieving within 4 to 24 hours. And this will be a fully customized training based on the business expectation. And we also partnered with the third party vendors like OEM like Microsoft, Scrum, Agile, and Safety. And we also are planning a few of other products and apps also applications. And so we'll come back to you shortly with that. And as I mentioned that we also physically and virtually present worldwide. And this is we are not only into the trainings, we also are well known for we are also supporting on corporate training, information technology, mechanical engineering services, civil engineering services, cloud, and HR services. And this is our delivery modes that where we will be supporting, we'll be training on. So instructor led training, virtual instructor led training, hybrid learning, and e-learnings, mentor on demand, and open house batches. So these are the major modes we'll be supporting and can be customized as per the need. And this is our authorized partner, which we are partnered with third party and Microsoft and Scrum Agile and Scale Agile framework and project management, as I mentioned. And these are our offerings: campus to corporate, competency development training, and project consulting, and soft skill and behavior training. And this is our okay. So this is our potential of our specialized in training modules. So we are into individual contributors, managerial and executive coachings, factory personals, and leadership. So recently we have conducted one webinar also on the leadership. So I hope a few of the participants are joined today also. Thank you for that. And these are the major soft skill training we will be supporting. So this will be from the level of 1 to till CEO level. We'll be having the trainings and soft skill training where they can develop their skills and they can apply and they can grow in their career in a better way. So this is all about IT skills. So I just mentioned few of the things that we support, and this is our internal resources. So we have 7 in-house trainers with and we have associated trainers of 300, as I mentioned in the first slide, and we do have freelancer trainer 1500, and they are also expertised in more than 8 to 20 years of experience in the industry. And this is our sourcing capabilities, and this is our turnaround time, as I mentioned earlier. So I am the account manager, I'll be receiving the requirement. We have a different team, so where they will be handling based on the requirements, and they will analyze, and we will be ensuring that we will be giving the that within the time turnaround time. And this all the clients which we are working day in day out, and very successful story we have each clients, and we are pleasure to working with them. And thank you, and I would like to a warm welcome to Urmi, so Dr. Urmi Roy Chowdhury. And today webinar is all about what success professionals do differently. So we also have that always in our mind, why can't we achieve that, why they are doing it. So this is on like 60 minutes of webinar. I hope everyone will love it, and I would like to welcome Urmi for this. And she is a dynamic and visionary corporate trainer and well-being coach, and she is also founder and pioneering leadership empowering training platform, and she also holding a rich 20 years of experience, 2 decades. She is into training, coaching, leadership development, and she also delivered more than 50 thousands of hours of training, and her dedication towards her career and family and everything really appreciated. And thank you so much, and welcome to you, Omi, for this webinar. And I'll give one small overview about this agenda and take key takeaway. And welcome to the introduction I've done. And to the set the contest, Urmi will take it ahead and discussing 5 skills every leader must to have, and one bonus tip for the audience, and why soft skill is very important, and Q&A. So this all about the agenda about this webinar. So thank you so much. Yeah, over to you, Urmi. Thank you. I'll just stop sharing my screen.
Thank you, Sugandhi. This is wonderful, and good morning to one and all present here. I hope you all are able to hear me well and see me well. Can I get a quick thumbs up if you can hear me and see me well from all the participants? Yes, thank you. All right. Um, Let me quickly adjust my view here so I can look at all of you present here. So my name is Urmi, and yes, I do have 20 plus years of experience. This is my 22nd year of career that's going on, and I love to train. Organizational training and coaching has been my first love, you can say, and this is what I have been doing for years together. I have also completed my PhD in the same subject because I wanted to know what it really means to grow in a company, to be a leader, to be successful. I know it's definitely not promotion. It is something else. It's more than just a promotion. What does it take for any leader to grow? What does it take for any leader to be so different that people look up to then, right? People get influenced. So as leaders, we are influential, we are influencers in the corporates. So, what does it take for all of this is what I do study on, and I also train in corporates around the same thing. So, um, I came across this conversation with Pioneer Business Solutions, and they said that this is definitely the need of the hour. And I'm really honored to be here and speaking today on the same topic, which is one of my favorites. Thank you, Pioneer Business Solutions. Thank you, Sugandhi and team, for this entire thing, right? Bringing this together. And I will now start with the training. I'm going to share a screen with you. And in the meantime, let me also tell you that this is not just me talking, right? It is about all of us. It is about engagement. So please feel free to use your emojis that you have, or also use the chat box. So first things first, let's see if you all can be on the chat box and start working together, start typing together, right? So let me know if you guys are ready to start. Give me, write ready in the chat box if you all are ready. Thank you, Nishant. And I get a lot of messages from there. Yes, so keep your fingers ready on the keyboard. You will have a lot to chat. And before I start, oh yes, there's a good news as well. Today, during the entire session, I will be asking a lot of questions and we will have a lot of chats. During this time, the person will pick up approximately two participants who are super active and has been giving out right answers. And to these two people, we will be sending out a free gift to you on your email after the session. Okay, so wait for the surprise that will come to you and please be active. Let me see. Fantastic. So I've got some nice messages and ready messages from the chat. Let me know if you can see the screen. Can you see the screen? All of you?
Yes.
Yes, fantastic. And yes, if anyone wants to be on camera, would love that, because talking to the webcam is not really easy continuously. So if anyone wants to be on camera, I'd love to see all of you. Okay. All right. So the topic for today is about cracking the code. What successful professionals do differently, like Sugandhi already mentioned. What is it that people do differently? Thank you, Nishant. What is it that people do differently? Something that not everyone does. What is the difference between that one leader who people look up to and others, right? Remember in that meeting room when you all get in and we all are sitting and talking to each other, and then there's just one person. The person may not be a leader, may not be the senior manager, may be just a junior or whoever, right? Doesn't matter what his role is or her role is. The moment she enters the room, there is a different aura. People are silent. People want to be like that person. People want to talk like that person. And the people who speak, let's say in English, are then numb. They're like, okay, now their confidence is a little dicey because they're like, okay, we can't speak like her. We can't speak like him. Have we all found such a person in our office? Do you see such a person who has that thing? Yeah. And what is different in that person and us? That is what we're going to talk about today. Okay, it's not something like the attire or something like that. Yes, those all matter, but it's a lot to do with a lot of behaviors that we will talk today. All right. Before we move ahead, I want the screen. First, let me share this one. Let me do it one by one. Okay.
Easy if you're struggling
You
hard
can
with
hear and
procrastination
see the video, right?
because it might be a result of
Yes,
child.
Ruby. Yes.
Okay, perfect. So we were here.
Designed to indicate something out of the ordinary, like a malfunction.
I find it pretty and somewhat hypnotic.
That too, sir. Right.
Rico, manual. Problemo solved.
Sir, we may be out of fuel.
What makes you think that?
We've lost engine 1. And engine 2 is no longer on fire.
Buckle up, boys. Don't look dull. This might get hairy. Attention! This is your captain speaking. I've got good news and bad news. The good news is we'll be landing immediately. The bad news is we're crash landing. When it comes to air travel, we know you have no choice whatsoever. But thanks again for choosing Air Penguin.
I know you won't mind when I tell you. Come on, tell me anything. Tell me what.
I broke your iPod!
What?
The buttons were so small! It made me mad!
The horror!
I'm sorry!
I'm gonna kill you,
It was an accident!
You've had your fun. Pull up. Gear down. Gently now, you just want to kiss the ground. Just a little peck. A smooch like you're kissing your sister. I said kiss it. Now just a little break. Just a touch. A little whisper.
I believe that's checkmate.
Commence emergency landing procedure. Flaps up. Deploy.
Only 2 passengers unaccounted for, Skipper.
That's a number I can live with. Good landing, boys. Who says a penguin can't fly?
All right. So, questions. What did you observe?
Confidence.
Confidence. All right. What else?
Teamwork. Calm and composed even in dangerous situation.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Who said that?
Sharath here.
Sharath. Hi, Sharath. Yes, you're bang on, Sharath. Yes, the person, I don't know who that penguin was, a leader or the captain or whoever. But did all of you notice the way noticed? Give you one by one. Have you all noticed the behavior? Yes,
Some network issue at your end. It is sticking in midfield.
you can't hear me?
Yeah, now we can.
You can hear me? Okay. All right. So, have you noticed, did you observe the difference in the behavior of that one penguin versus the others in the plane? There were some people who didn't know what to do and were playing chess, who had absolutely nothing to do with the world. They were busy in their own world. There were some who knew that they were dying, but still were busy with their iPods or AirPods or something, with basically some smaller problems. And they were fighting over that. Do you think any of them could have handled the situation like that penguin with that emotional state?
No.
Yes, no? No. So while everyone was in the same situation and they were all flying, this person knew that he was dying. Maybe he was with his wife or girlfriend or whatever, but he ensured that the plane landed safely, however it was, right? There was a fun intended, of course, but did you see the difference in the way that penguin was versus the others? This is where the difference lies in our companies as well, in corporates as well. So with that, we'll start with the 5 behaviors that successful professionals do differently. All right. So the first one, behavior 1, and this is something that I live with always. That's communicate with precision and purpose. It is important that as employees, now I'm not getting into a leader role or a manager role. I'm talking about a successful employee, a successful professional. How would you define your success is up to you. You can say promotion gives me success, happiness gives me success. If I'm able to do everything for my family, that is success. Anything, right? You could have milestones for your success as well. But how do you envision it yourself? How do you envision or communicate that success to yourself and others makes a lot of difference. Okay. Now, first things first, over explaining. Lot of times there has been situations I have seen people coming to me and asking for a leave, a simple leave, but they over explain that leave, trying to justify, defend, and do everything without even knowing if I'll say a yes or a no. So this happens due to a lot of assumptions in our mind that the other person will not understand my problem. So leaders don't over explain, they get to the point with precise and clear, purposeful communication. This is super important, people. It is not about speaking good English, it is about being able to pass on the same emotion to the other person. For example, I'll put it in a very light note, okay? If you have 1 kg of emotion, and if you can transfer that entire 1 kg of emotion through your communication to the other person, that is a good communication. Most of the times, we do it wrong. We do it the other way around. We we assume that the other person will understand or will not understand and either under explain or over explain. So, when you're free, pick up a notebook and start writing as to what are the things that you feel you need to improve in terms of your communication skills. It is important that you use, I'm sure all of you know the 7 C's of communication. If not, you can go through Google with it, or in the upcoming sessions, we'll also cover that. For now, I'll only talk about the 3 C out of the 7 C's. These are clear, concise, and contextual. Now, when I showed the video to you, it had some context to do with the behavior of that one person who's different. So it had something to do with what I'm going to train you throughout the session. So it's important that when you are communicating something, it has to be contextual, clear, and concise, which is to the point. It is also important that you speak up early and you structure your responses. Now, when I say speak up early, it means taking initiatives. Speak at the right time, but it's important that you take initiatives. Do not wait for others to say something and then you feel, oh my God, agar ye bolu to maybe it'll be silly. Should I or should I not? What have I got to do with it? Anyways, they'll decide. When these things go on in someone's head, they can definitely not be a successful professional. If there's a thought, right or wrong, speak it out. If you're not sure, say it out like that. I also had a thought, how about doing this? People say yes or no. As simple as that. But speak it out. When you do not take the ownership and when you feel it's the company's and not mine, you are already sorry, being in the lot of the other people who do not be successful. It is important that you change yourself a little. To be the different one, you need to start being the different one first, right? Okay, the next one is it's also important that your emails are structurally responded, your emails are good, and it's all communicated well. This is not about a communication session, so I'll not get into details of each. We can always do an upcoming session on communication where we'll talk about details of each one of these. But yes, communicating, be it verbally, be it through your body language, your eyes, however you're communicating, it's important that you're clear and with precision and purpose. Make a purposeful communication. Successful professionals always make a purposeful communication. The next behavior is build professional visibility. With changing times, it is important that all of you build that professional visibility. It is not about saying that, hey, I did that, and talking about it to everyone. No, it's not self promoting. Visibility is not self promotion. It is about how are you seen of value? How do people perceive you? That is important. Now, nowadays, LinkedIn is really on the verge, and people do their personal branding on LinkedIn. Now, when you go to my LinkedIn, what do you see me as? Who do you see me as? When I go to your LinkedIn, who do I see you as? How do I perceive you? As a professional, as a leader, as an employee, junior, what is it? How do you make people perceive you? It's a lot in your hands as well. But yeah, some things are not in your control. What people think of you, not in your control. How people perceive you as a professional is in your control. So figure that out, get your personal branding right and your professional visibility. What can you do for that? Definitely share your wins, your progress, and along with it, your ideas. What is it that you feel about whatever? Always project that. Now, it is said that whenever you need something, you need to first give that. So you need money, start giving money. You need respect, start giving respect. You need love, giving love. Similarly, when you want people to perceive you as something, you need to start branding yourself as that person. Okay, so share your ideas, talk about what you feel, what you believe, and that's what makes you different from others. It's also important that you build credibility through updates, internal forums, and cross team collaboration. Now, in professional branding, professional visibility, it's not only about LinkedIn or about your team, your group. There are a lot of networking sites. For example, senior professionals, you can use Buy Me a Coffee or Coffee Mug. These are meetups, right? These are networking sites for professionals where all of you meet, you get to know each other. You may not really be friends with each other, but you can definitely be professional acquaintances and share each other's thoughts and views. Many do that. I do that personally as well. Honestly, my personal branding has improved only when I started being into the field and started giving out a lot of ideas and thoughts. All right, so that's uh, behavior two. You definitely want to work as a team. You want to work with your visibility. You want to be a person who people can look up to. Okay, next, behavior three, work with emotional maturity. Perfectly aligning with that video that you saw, right? Whatever be the situation, it is important that you are emotionally settled. It doesn't happen overnight, people. We all are human beings. We feel bad. We get nervous. We also feel neglected, disrespected. Um, People are rude. All of that happen because we are human beings and we deal with human beings. It's all normal, but it's important how do you handle that situation. Okay, it is not the situation that really makes the situation bad. It's how we feel about it that makes the situation worse. Okay, so things happen, but your emotional maturity talk a lot. So emotional maturity is very important as any successful professional. In fact, you be a professional or at your home, it is important. Behavior three, it is important that you work with emotional maturity. Nowadays, the situation for parenting has also changed. How we handle our kids have changed, and emotional maturity plays a huge role in this. In fact, work life balance is also a part of emotional maturity. It's important that we all are focusing on self awareness as to what triggers us. We are focusing on stability. We need to remain calm, composed, like that penguin that was there in any situation. And like they say, you should always follow the process. With time, things are definitely working out, right? So this is one behavior which every successful professional possesses. It is not easy. No one, yeah, no leaders are doing an easy job there, but emotional maturity is something that differentiates that one leader from the others. All right, behavior 4. Next slide, please. This is disagreeing without disconnecting. Now, there are times when we end up um, breaking relationships when our opinions do not match. And I'm talking about professional relationships. It is important that you say no. It is important to say no. It is crucial that you know how to say no. I don't know. I don't agree with you. That sorry, can you hear me? Lingraj, is it something that
Yeah, it's audible. Yeah.
okay? So it is important that when you are not supporting the other person's opinion or views, you should be able to say that I disagree with you, but that should not break relationships. Now, a successful professional does not break relationships, but the way they reach out and say that, okay, I have a difference in opinion, but we can definitely reach out and we can definitely work this out together. Yes. Okay. So behave. Wait, Ligraj.
Yeah, Lingraj, can you mute uh, from your side?
Okay. It's also important that, okay, only saying no is not, uh, not sufficient. How you say it matters a lot. In fact, in my leadership trainings, this is one of the most difficult work or activities that I give, and they feel the professionals feel that this is the most difficult part of their work. Saying no to their managers, saying no when they do not like something and they're not um, supporting the views. So practicing saying no is important. So how will you disagree without disconnecting is something that you need to learn. And that one person who you always feel is different from you knows this very well. They know how to build relations, mend relationships, and also say no. And it's okay for them to disagree. In fact, with people who have clear communication and they are purposeful with precision, people who have good emotional maturity, they tend to know exactly how to really influence you and make you do what they want. That's kind of a tricky thing to do. But yes, these leaders know how to really influence you to what their wish is. Use the three sentence rules that is given here on the slide that you could see. It's important that you just acknowledge, state your view, and suggest a way forward. This only means that saying no is easy, but giving out a solution is not. So when you disagree and give out a solution with it, an alternative which is better, that makes sense. And that also differentiates you as a person who takes initiatives. So try to practice this, disagreeing to someone and saying no. Try practicing um, the three sentence rule, and you can definitely let us know as to how this works for you. This does not work overnight. You require practice. The behavior five that we have, can we move on, Lingraj? Behavior five that we have is about practicing self leadership. Now, this is something which you don't need to be a leader for. You don't need to be a leader on role, on promotions, on your letters. Leadership is not about a role. It is more to do with your lifestyle. It is how you build yourself. Okay. So it is more of a mindset that I would say. If you can practice self leadership every day, you will exactly know how different the world is. The way you look at the world will change. People, this I can vouch for this one because I have worked on it myself for years and I've seen the transformation in myself. So, yes, this works. Building a discipline for myself, building a mindset which will help me um, look at things differently works a lot. Um, the third point that you see is about managing energy and not time. Yes, time management is important, but many of you will agree that not every kind of work is in your control. So it is also important you need to manage your energy. When something is not in your control, you tend to take up extra time for it. And that way, your time management goes for a toss. Even if you're very good with time management, it goes for a toss. So, what you need to do is manage your energy. I'll give you a very nice example that you'll understand here. When I started this webinar, I was not expecting at 11:55 I'll be doing this one, this slide, right? Because I had timed myself. I'm good with time management. I had timed myself. This is not where we were supposed to be. But things happened. My, I don't know, maybe my laptop has crashed or something has happened. I got logged off. There were network issues, something or the other, that these were unforeseen. I wasn't prepared for it. But now, with all of that, while the time is gone, am I I should be able to manage my energy. So how did I manage my time with energy before the meeting? I ensured that I buck up since morning about with my energy. I did not do heavy chores. I did not do anything that will take away a lot of energy. I also, with that, did not plan anything till 1 o'clock today because I know what if the meeting extends. I always keep my time and energy balanced in a way that I can handle a situation efficiently and effectively when required. So now I do have absolute positive energy to keep training you guys, right? That's how it goes. Managing time and energy with a balance is very important for people who you feel are different and you want to be like them. And your behavior under pressure defines your leadership potential. Yes. How do you handle a situation emotionally defines you as a person. It's not only about the interview time where you talk about yourself and go away. It's more than that. It's about how do you handle the situation when you're rejected? How do you handle the situation when your first day in your company and you do not know what to do? How do you handle a situation when you do not get the promotion, but someone else gets it? It feels, it hurts. Yeah. But how you handle the situation defines you as a person. Because, like I said earlier, successful professionals not necessarily be leaders, but all leaders not necessarily be successful as well. Do you agree to that, people? All successful professionals may not be leaders, but all leaders may not be successful as well. How many of you agree to that? Right in the chat box, you guys have been silent, right? Um, Great. So moving on. So these are the five behaviors that we saw, right? Now, with these five behaviors, I'll also give you a bonus tip which goes hand in hand with these five behaviors. Can we go to the next slide, Lingraj? And this is it, the confidence consistency loop. When you are consistent, only then you get progress in life. Once you progress, you get the confidence to do anything, to perform anything, be anywhere, and do whatever you want to do in life, right? However, you define your success. And that's when you get the visibility. With confidence comes your visibility. With visibility comes your growth. So it's important that you are consistent right from today, get into the progress, and then be confident about whatever you're doing, and then get your visibility done, and then grow. So these are the five behaviors which seem very simple to you now, but when you start practicing these, and honestly, all of these are behaviors that you already know. If I can guarantee that, right? All of you know this. But why am I still talking about it is because we all know it, but somewhere down the line we don't practice it well. Doing anything half-hearted doesn't help. Consistency is important. The person that you see is very different. That aura, that look, that body language that you see, the way the people talk, those people have practiced it. They are consistent. Even that penguin in the airplane that you saw was consistent with whatever he was doing. He started looking at the manual, and that's how he started working. And he has been consistent throughout the video. And you also have to be consistent throughout. Yes? How many of you feel consistency is required in your life? Of course, to be successful. Yes, no, maybe. How many of you feel yes? We need consistency, right? Especially when we are trying to be successful, especially when we are trying to be like that one person who who's never unhappy, who never looks down, who never disrespects anyone. Everyone listens to that person, and he or she always looks dynamic, vibrant, and that environment, the aura changes when the person is in the room. That's definitely not something to be done every day. Yeah. So yes, we need consistency every day in whatever we do. And next slide, please, Lingraj. Now the question for you is, can we go to the next slide? No, the previous one. Okay. Uh, Go to the next slide, the Q&A slide. That's fine. No, the next. Yeah, keep it here. So, people, question for you first. I'll ask the question first, okay? Which is that one behavior you think you need to work on the most? Type it in the chat box. That what is
Hi,
that?
hi, Uli.
Hi.
Just one request. Actually, I missed in between. Could you please summarize the third behavior? I missed that point.
Sure. Lingraj, could we go to the third behavior, emotional maturity? Yep, this one. Actually, let's go from behavior one quickly. So, behavior one is when you communicate with precision and purpose. Behavior two, move on. Behavior two is when you build your professional visibility. Behavior three is your emotional maturity. How are you emotionally intelligent? And how do you handle situations at ease with calm and composed mind during any difficult situation, be it professionally or personally, defines you. And behavior four Move on, please. Behavior 4 is how do you say no? How do you disagree to someone without really breaking relationships? Okay. The fifth one that you have is practicing self leadership every day. So, out of this, Gaurav, is this okay now?
Yeah, Urmi. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. So, now, people, question for you. Which one do you think you will start practicing from day one out of these five behaviors? Which one do you think you should start with immediately? Emotional maturity. Yes, we need that. Yep, we need that. Self leadership. Yes, good. Two and three, professional visibility and emotional maturity. All of these behaviors, people, are somehow, if you, thank you, Himanshu, yes, all five, correct. All of these behaviors, if you really get to see people, are interconnected. All of these are related to one another somehow or the other. Can anyone tell me? This is a golden question for you, right? Open question. Lingraj, please take the um, name of whoever answers this perfectly. Can you tell me how are all these five related? You can tell me in a sentence. Unmute yourself, or you can also just put it in the chat box.
Steve.
Think about it and say it's a big one.
I feel it is all about being yourself and sharing what you feel in a sensible way.
Okay. The question is, how do you think all the five behaviors are related to one another? All are related to leadership and management. In fact, all are related to your personal life as well, you know.
So,
How are they connected one to the other? Yes.
yeah, I would like to begin with point number three that with emotional maturity that I have, I can communicate with precision. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
that uh, that gives me a power and authority to agree to disagree with people if required anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Right? What we spoke about, that disagree without the
Yes.
disconnect.
Yes.
So,
Yes. We
so
get it.
I agree to disagree. When people, if I have that maturity, then yeah, okay, I accept that situation and I disagree with that person. And
Mm-hmm.
that gives me a professional visibility that yeah, this person has an aura or an authority to agree to disagree. And
Mm-hmm.
that also shows my leadership skills that yeah, I am keeping a point and maybe I might be wrong or not, but that is my POV. So I am putting
Okay.
it out and loud. So that
Okay.
is my thinking that how these
Okay.
5 points
And
are
how are you?
interconnected.
Good. How are you relating all of this to the self leadership?
Because that emotional maturity has built that leadership skill in me that
Very good.
I have that confidence to put out my point even if I'm wrong. Like we saw the penguin thing, even they were crash landing but they were landing with that confidence, right?
Yes.
Yes. So
Absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely.
so that is my
So
point.
yes. Yes. I definitely appreciate this, Drishti. This is a fantastic way of answering this. Fantastic. So
Thank you.
Drishti,
Thank you.
congratulations. You do get a free gift from us.
Thank you,
All
Urmi.
right.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Now we have another person whom we could give a golden one, golden question, and a golden gift. All right. From these five, okay. Um, From out of all the five and the bonus tip that you've seen, how do you think this will help you be different? Golden question, Drishti, you cannot answer this. Think about it. How do you think you will be different when you apply all of these in your work? You can unmute yourself if you want. Hmm,
Yeah, I
all
mean,
five
Gaurav here.
are like that. Yes, Gaurav.
So what I feel, if we practice all these things, it it will basically lead ourselves to know ourselves better and to feel what basically to express what we really feel. And as
Mm-hmm.
we all know, we all are unique. We have different set of skills, and even though we all might be talking the same thing, but we have unique way of feel those things and to express
Mm-hmm.
those things. So I feel if we practice all these things, we are basically consistently working on ourselves, and that makes us unique, and our ideas will be respected, and we will also feel good in that sense. So I think it's not just about leadership; it's about life skill as well.
Fantastic, fantastic. Good, Gaurav. Fantastic answer. And you get the golden free gift as well.
Thank
Congratulations.
you.
Yes, congratulations. And let me check. Um, Nishant has a very nice point. All five are like a web where each one supports and strengthens each other. Fantastic. Well said, Nishant.
Yeah.
And Brahma. Did someone say something? Okay. Simpa says these five behaviors enable leaders to create a positive and productive environment where individuals feel empowered, valued, and inspired to contribute their best. Okay, this is a good one as well. Lingraj,
Yes.
yes, let's take up names of for the free gift. Now I'm kind of announcing the names for the free gift. We have Drishti, Gaurav for the golden free gift, and Nishant and Dumpa. All right. Congratulations to all of you. And before we close this session, I am
Uh-huh.
open to questions. Yeah. Before we close, I want all of you to ask any questions that you may have.
Yeah.
I really
Raj, can you
apologize for that network issues that we had, but I hope I'll be able to at least give away some learning today to all of you. And you can always ask questions from whatever we learned, whatever we did. What was one of your takeaways? What's something that you will definitely take away today? Talk. Over to you, people.
Urmi, Gaurav here. Just want to understand more about the emotional maturity part. So, are there any practical tips which we can apply in our day-to-day life as well? Not on the big moments, but in our day-to-day life, so that we can strengthen ourselves and we
Mhm.
become ready for the big moments.
Certainly, Gaurav. So, emotional maturity is honestly, this is a very big topic. Okay. We are planning Pioneer Business Solutions. They are planning to take up another session on emotional maturity, and that's when we'll talk in details about it. But giving you a quick clue about it, emotional maturity starts from your self understanding. If
Mhm.
you know, there's a saying in Hindi, right? सबसे पहले सोच बदलनी चाहिए. So a lot of times your emotional maturity comes from the mindset.
Mhm.
Try these three few things that works for me personally. Whenever someone says something to you, good, bad, asking a very simple question like when is the next meeting or anything, right? Any simple question, do not abruptly answer even if you know the answer.
Okay.
Take a pause. One, two, three, respond. This works wonders because the moment you abruptly answer, your brain doesn't get the time to think about the answer and just says, अगर वही चीज you take those 3 seconds and answer, your brain gets the time to use the right kind of words for the right statement, right
Okay.
question. So always use the 3 second rule. Then there's something called a PTPS. It's always said as plan, think, pause, and speak. PTPS
Okay.
rule. This means whenever you want to head on to a meeting or talk to your senior or you want to talk something important, use the PTPS. This is important for you to practice from now on so that there will be a time when you will figure out that you are actually using the PTPS without being conscious about it. For now, start being conscious. So these are few two practical tips that you could use. Apart from this, self-awareness, raising self-awareness. What works for you?
Mhm.
What doesn't work for you? Right? For example, when I am training, I what triggers me? I know what triggers me. I do not like to train little kids because I know there's a
Mhm.
trigger. Okay. I like to train adults. I have got this maturity and understanding and awareness that, okay, this is what I like. This is what I love to do. This is what I will be doing. Okay.
Mhm.
What do you know about yourself? Where are you lacking? What are your strengths? What have you done around it? If you are lacking into something, have you started working on it? If you're good at something, how are you utilizing it? Right? And what is your next plan? If you are aware of it in the head, your emotional maturity is always balanced. बाकी तो yes, self awareness and others awareness, those things are always there. But abhi ke liye, these are few quick tips for you, girl.
Yeah. Thank you, Nidhi.
Hope this helps.
Yeah, thank you. So good afternoon, all. Thank you so much, Homi. It was a wonderful session. We learned lot of things from this. Even I was taking a notes, everything. It was very informative. I hope all the participants are enjoyed and learned many things, and I hope everyone will take lot of key takeaways from this. And this five, like everyone was having that confusion in mind. Even I what successful professional, we everyone will have their role model, so we got that break, that example, cracking the code, that was we cracked, I guess, today with this webinar. Thank you so much. And we have given the feedback link in the chat box. I request all the participants to give your valuable feedback, and we are apologies for the network connectivity issue. We'll ensure that next time we will not
Sorry as
have
well.
this.
Yeah, I'm sorry as well.